My name's Simon, and this happened last summer when I was 23. My girlfriend, Cadence, and I had been planning this camping trip for months. Just the two of us. No cell service, no notifications, no distractions at all. We'd been together for about 1.5 years by then, and honestly, things weren't bad, just predictable. Comfortable. A little too comfortable. We figured a weekend out in the woods might help shake things up. I spent weeks researching locations online before settling on a campground in the Uhori National Forest in North Carolina. I wanted somewhere quiet, but not completely cut off from civilization. According to the reviews, the campground only had 6 or 7 sites, spread far apart, down a Forest Service road about 3 miles in. We left Friday afternoon around 3, stopped at a grocery store near the forest entrance, and reached the campground just before sunset. The road getting there was rough, deep potholes, loose gravel, but my truck handled it fine. When we pulled into the clearing, I felt pretty good about the choice. Picnic tables were scattered around, fire rings sat empty, and the campsites were tucked deep enough into the trees that you'd have real privacy. We drove slowly through, checking out spots. Most were empty, which was a relief. One site had a blue sedan parked there, but no one was around. Cadence picked a site at the far end of the campground, right where the road dead-ended into the forest. It had a wide clearing for the tent, and the trees blocked the view of the other sites completely. We spent the next hour setting everything up. Cadence is very particular about organization, so I mostly just followed instructions. By the time we finished, it was getting dark. I started a fire while she made sandwiches, and for a while, everything felt exactly how it should. We sat there drinking beer, staring into the flames, barely talking, just existing together. Around 10, Cadence went to brush her teeth at the water spigot near the picnic tables. I stayed by the fire, poking at the logs and finishing my drink. That's when I noticed someone standing at the edge of our campsite, just outside the firelight. I jumped, I won't lie. I hadn't heard anyone approach. The guy apologized for startling me and said he was camping in the blue sedan nearby and just wanted to introduce himself. His name was Aiden. He looked to be around 30 and had this intense way of holding eye contact that made me uneasy. When Cadence walked back, Aiden's attention shifted completely to her. I might as well not have existed. He complimented our campsite, said it was really secluded, and mentioned he was solo camping to get away from people, which struck me as strange, considering he was standing in our site making conversation. He kept talking at Cadence while she responded with polite but uncomfortable answers, clearly waiting for him to leave. After a minute or two, I cut in and said we were turning in early. That finally got him to leave. As he walked away into the darkness, I noticed he didn't use a flashlight. That stuck with me. Cadence and I agreed the interaction was weird but tried to forget about it. We stayed up a bit longer, then put out the fire and went to sleep. I don't remember falling asleep, but I remember waking up and instantly knowing something was wrong. I heard voices nearby, 2 people talking somewhere close to our campsite. Cadence was fast asleep beside me. I quietly unzipped the tent and stuck my head out. The voices stopped immediately, like whoever it was had heard me. I grabbed my phone, turned on the flashlight, and scanned the area. No one was there. Eventually, I went back inside, telling myself it was a public campground. People stay up late. The next day, I didn't mention it to Cadence. We spent most of the day hiking and actually had a good time. But that evening, when I went to grab firewood near the truck, I noticed something on the windshield. A folded napkin tucked under the wiper blade. Inside was a note. "You should move your tent." I showed Cadence immediately and told her about the voices. She asked if it was Aiden. I said it had to be. As we were talking, Aiden suddenly walked up again. Same clothes, same stare. I snapped and told him to stop sneaking up on us. He apologized and said he was just checking on us. Cadence asked why he felt the need to do that. He said he didn't want to scare us, but strange things had happened in the area. Abandoned campsites, personal belongings left behind, unsettling stuff. He said he heard people walking around his car the night before and planned to leave before dark. He suggested we do the same. We packed quickly as the sun went down. Cadence was shaking. I tried to stay calm, but I didn't feel good either. As we drove out, I noticed Aiden's blue sedan was still there. He was crouched by one of the tires. There was a massive slash in it. He asked for a ride. We said no. He asked us to call the police when we got service. I agreed and drove away. About 100 yards down the road, I saw them, 3 figures standing silently in the woods, 30 feet off the road. They weren't hiding. They wanted to be seen. I slowed instinctively, but Cadence screamed at me to drive. I did. Once we had service, I called 911. They said they'd send someone. We never heard anything back. To this day, I don't know what really happened out there, and I don't think I ever will.